All right, guys, new intro for the Bear Pack. We have some changes to the rules. These are the new rules. We talked about it, and we're going to change it just a little bit. So I'm going to read these off for you guys. We're looking for one person each week to come on and record all game picks for NBA, NCAA basketball, NFL, and NCAA football. To enter, comment banana on any of the videos you see on Sunday. Once you comment, we will have you on a wheel, so no need to comment again. We're going to spin the wheel one time per week until the end of the NBA season for new guest pickers. The individual with the best percentage record-wise will win cash prizes. We have first place is going to win $500, second place $300, third place $200. So to enter, comment banana, come back the next day, see if you've won, because we got to start on Monday with a new picker every week. Every week you're going to come on for the entire week. You're going to give your picks, and we're going to move on. Trey, we also hit 9,000 subs. So thank you guys very much. We're going to give away a sports memorabilia item, and we're going to give that away to the Bear Pack. So comment. What should we have them comment for this, Trey?
We should probably have them comment split, like banana split.
Okay. Comment split on any of the videos you see today to enter in that 9K sub giveaway. We're going to do that on our live show. We're going to spin the wheel, and then we're going to have you guys pick something that you want. We're not going to pick for you. So comment split down below if you want in that 9K. Next is 10K subs for $1,000 giveaway. We're very excited for that. Enough talking. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get into some NCAA football picks and props for Tuesday, November 21st slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Start us off.
Yeah, on Saturday, I was 0-1. I gave out my James Madison Dukes -9.5 against Appalachian State. And my Dukes, they lost this game, and I was in complete shock. I was actually very upset about it. They lost in overtime, 26-23. So their Cinderella season is over, but they still deserve to bowl. Come on, NCAA.
Yep, and then I had Arkansas State +3.5, and on the money line against Texas State, they scored 77 points. And that was a football game, 77 points. So we did go 2-0. We're moving on to today. For those of you who don't know, who didn't watch the other videos, this is Dennis Burns. He did win the first week of the contest, so he's going to be giving out picks for the entire week. So thank you, Dennis, for joining us. Trey, let's look at the picks. Only 2 games. You're going to break down the first one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking about this Eastern Michigan at Buffalo game, and this might just look like a pretty boring game, and it might honestly be. Both teams, they're honestly pretty glad that this is the last week of the regular season. Well, maybe not Eastern Michigan at least. With a win here, they will become bowl eligible. And I think that's going to fuel them here to play some competitive football in this game. So give me Eastern Michigan. I'm not sure why they are 6.5-point underdogs, but I will take them here because I honestly do think they have a great chance to win this game straight up. Because Eastern Michigan, they do come in this game with a 5-6 record and are 5-1 ATS this season. But they are coming off a win last week against Akron. So they are coming in this game with some momentum. In Buffalo, they come in this game with a 3-8 record and are 5-6 ATS. They have lost 3 games in a row, losing those 3 games by an average score of 25-11. Their offense has just looked very bad. So like I said earlier, I'm not for sure why Eastern Michigan is 6.5-point underdogs here. And I think they have a real shot at winning this game, but I'm just going to take this 6.5 points and just run to the hills with it. Eastern Michigan, they have one of the best pass defenses in the entire country. They only allowed 208 passing yards per game. So Buffalo, they're going to have to win this game on the ground, which I do not think they are capable of because Buffalo, they come this game only averaging 4.5 yards per carry, which is the 5th lowest in college football. Give me the road team here in this game. I'm taking Eastern Michigan +6.5. And I'm also sprinkling some on Samson Evans, anytime touchdown score +155 as well. He has 10 touchdowns in 7 MAC games this year. Just a little bonus nugget.
Yeah, Trey, I do love that play. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at that Bowling Green going against Western Michigan game. I'm going to take the road team, Bowling Green, to cover the small spread of -1.5. Everybody's watched a lot of MACtion football if you're still on this channel. We've been talking about the MAC conference now for about 5 or 6 weeks. And if you've been watching the games, you know that Bowling Green is just the better team on both sides of the ball. Bowling Green is now bowl eligible, having 6 wins on the season. And if they win this game, they might even get a better bowl game. Western Michigan is done for the season. And I don't think the offense is going to be able to score on this Bowling Green defense, who's only allowing 24 points per game. If you did catch that Toledo game last week, Bowling Green held Toledo, I think it was 3 points in the first half of that game. Toledo's the best team in the conference by a wide margin, I think. So if they can do that to Toledo, they can definitely do that to Western Michigan here. As a team, Bowling Green's allowing less than 200 passing yards per game. So if Western wants to move the ball, it's going to have to be on the ground. Bowling Green hanging with Toledo last week has me thinking that they're the better team. I'm going to trust the road team here. I'm going to trust my odds from last week. I'm going to take Bowling Green -1.5 as my play. Dennis, where are you going?
I'm right with you, Bear.
Yes.
Bowling Green to cover the points. They've been red hot, winning 4 in a row before they lost in the last minute to Toledo. And Toledo's tough, so they're going to bounce right back. Take care of Western Michigan. No problem.
I love it. Me and Dennis on Bowling Green -1.5. Trey, let's move over to the player props. How do you start us off?
Yeah, and thankfully this is where I got a win. I was 1-0 on Saturday. That's because I gave Taj Brooks over 132.5 rush yards versus UCF. I was told in the comments by a couple people that this prop had no chance in hitting. Well, Brooks, he finished this game with 24 carries, turned that into a massive 182 rushing yards. So thank you for the win, Brooks. It was a no sweat bet.
Yeah, I took a loss last Saturday. I had Carson Steele over 68.5 rushing yards going up against USC. He had 24 yards on the first drive. Then Chip Kelly said no more. He stopped giving him the ball. They were doing anything they wanted against USC defense. And Garber, the quarterback for UCLA, had a much better day than I thought. UCLA just dominated the Trojans. Harden, the starting running back, was getting the job done. So he didn't see much action in the second half, only finished with 40-something yards. So bad pick by me. I'm going to bounce back today. Trey, how have you started us off with our picks?
Yeah, my line has not dropped yet, but I'm going to be going with Samson Evans over his rushing yards versus Buffalo. Evans, he did come this season with lofty expectations, and he has not really played as good as he expected because Evans, through 11 games so far this season, he's only averaging about 46 rushing yards per game, and that's because he's only getting fed about 11 rushing attempts per game. But I do think he's going to see a ton of work here because he is a senior, and this could be his last game. So I think the coaching staff is going to feed him just like they did last season. Last season, he was a key cog in this Eastern Michigan offense, and he was producing at a high level. And I think that they're going to ride him in this game because, like I said earlier in the game picks, with a win here in Eastern Michigan, they will become bowl eligible. And, Samson Evans, he's getting a really good matchup here against Buffalo as well because the Bulls, they have one of the worst rush defenses in the entire country this season. That's because they give up an average of 178 rushing yards per game, which is the 27th highest in college football. And so far this season, Samson, he's accounted for 44% of Eastern Michigan's rushing yards. So that projects him to finish right around 78 rushing yards in this game. And I project that's going to be a lot higher than what this line comes out at. So give me Samson Evans to go over his rushing yards versus Buffalo.
I like it, Trey. I like it. For my player prop, I'm going to go with the running back, Teron Keith, to go over his rushing yards going against Western Michigan. It looks like Terrion Stewart, the lead back of Bowling Green, is going to miss another game. And that's going to be great for Keith because he did a good job filling in the last 2 weeks. He had an uptick in carries against Toledo. It was very good defense. He put up 64 yards on 15 carries last week. A week before that, he had 9 touches for 103 yards going up against Kent State. So this guy can definitely get the job done for us. He's also getting a pretty good matchup going up against Western Michigan, who's allowed 161.2 yards per game on the ground. The question is going to be if the lead back's going to go in this game. It looks like he's not, so I'm going to take a chance with Teron Keith to go over his rushing yards going up against Western Michigan as my play. Dennis, who do you like tomorrow?
I like Bowling Green's wide receiver, Harold Fannin Jr. I seen where looked like it might be over 56.5 yards tomorrow, somewhere in there. Well, he's had 92 twice out of the last 3 games and way over that in the third game. And they're winning. Like I said, that last second loss to Toledo, he's going to get the ball again. He's definitely getting over 60 yards.
Yeah, I like the play. Bowling Green's been red hot on the offensive side of the ball. So me and Dennis, again, going with some offensive plays for Bowling Green. Trey, let's take a look at that graph before we get out of here.
Yeah, and I'm going with Eastern Michigan here, plus 6.5 against Buffalo. I'm not sure why this line is so big. I feel like Eastern Michigan is easily the better team. Buffalo, they've really not looked good at all, especially in MACtion play. And I'm also going with Samson Evans here over his rushing yards versus Buffalo. I think he's going to be the key reason why Eastern Michigan might pull off the upset win here on the road.
Yep, and I'm going with Bowling Green minus 1.5 going against Western Michigan. They're the better team all around. And then I got Teron Keith to go over his rushing yards, filling in for the injured Stewart, the lead back for Bowling Green. But guys, that's going to do it for NCAA football plays for Tuesday, November 25th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Look at the leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,